Hello and welcome back to Earth Rose Tarot. How are you doing? This is going to be a general tarot love reading for my gorgeous Pisces. This is for Pisces and Sun, Moon, Rising or Venus. This is going to be what is coming towards you next in love, Pisces. It's a timeless message. It's for whenever you come across it. And it is a general reading, not a private one. So if anything I say in the message doesn't resonate for you, please don't worry and leave it for somebody else. Okay, if anyone saw my last all signs video where I do a small reading for every single zodiac sign, we do a fly through of all the signs, you will know that my very tired phone absolutely pegged out on me during the Pisces reading. So as promised, I'm doing a bonus reading just for you Pisces, because was not trying to cut you out, cut you short, leave you out or anything like that. Just battery life came to an end. So I'm just shuffling for you. The King of Cups has just jumped out of the deck, literally. But we'll pop him back in for now. So as promised, I said in that video, in the description box, because I couldn't say it in the actual video because my phone already died. I said in the description box that a bonus reading would be on its way for you guys to make up for it. So this is that. And if you're a new subscriber and you don't know what I'm talking about, then don't worry about it. But I'm very happy that you're here. And I hope you enjoy the reading as well. All right. So this is going to be what's coming towards you next in love. Bearing in mind anything I say in this reading, if it resonates for you with the roles reversed, please go ahead and reverse them. That's absolutely fine. And now in my all signs reading, I take a base card for every single zodiac sign, and then I clarify on top of that using other decks as we go through. I do remember, Pisces, that your base card was the Emperor, but I decided I'm not going to try and recreate that reading, because I feel like it's always in the moment, and when I try and go back to my spirit guides or the cards and say, okay, what was that about that Emperor you were saying the other week? They're like, no, we're not doing that. That was a message for that moment. So I did manage to get some message out about it at the time, about in terms of maybe some sort of mediator or like a senior elder figure who was helping you out or helping you and someone else sort something out. So there was something in that message at the time, even though it was very short, if you wanted to check it out. But otherwise, let's do just a fresh reading for you today of what's coming towards Pisces next in love. Okay, that's enough from me for an intro. Tell me for Pisces, please, what is coming towards them? Okay. So the Four of Swords in reverse. There is someone needing to deal with something with some courage and almost face something that they have been knowing that was going to come up, and they were sat back and being quiet. This would be like someone who was asked, are you going to do this or that? And they said, well, you need to leave me some time to think about it. This was a quiet time of thinking over or just needing time to process something. So for example, if someone was asking, do you want to move in with me? They were like, whoever was in that Four of Swords energy was saying, you're going to have to give me some time to think, and I don't really want to talk about it until I've had that time to mull it over, basically is what I'm getting. That would suggest that time is coming to an end, or they may be coming to some sort of conclusion, whether that's you, Pisces, or somebody else. Tell me more. For Pisces, what's coming towards them next in love, please? The Ace of Pentacles. And then the Six of Wands at the bottom of the deck. Oof, with the Eight of Wands underneath. So the Four of Swords can talk about communication coming to a stop or a pause in the upright. This is quiet time. It's someone pulling back. I need to think. I don't want to talk about it, as I was just saying. And I was just saying this is coming to an end because it's in reverse. And then we have the Eight of Wands there, which talks about progression, things moving forward. Okay, now we can have the conversation. But with the fact that it's paired with the Six of Wands, this is going to be a conversation going in your favor as well, I would say. Or you're going to be quite happy about how this conversation goes. Does seem to be about some sort of offer as well, some new start. I did suggest, as just an example, like moving in together, but this could also be the purchase of a home. It could be getting into a serious commitment. It could be starting a new job, although obviously this is what's coming towards you next in love, those other things can impact your love life one way or another. So sometimes I do mention them. Okay, tell me more, please. What is coming towards Pisces next in love, please? Interesting. So the Nine of Cups came out sideways, and then coming out and crossing it directly on top was the Two of Pentacles. And then there's, okay. And then one card flew over onto the top of another deck. I'm going to see what card it landed on, which was the Empress. It landed on top of this Oracle card, which is a flower Oracle deck. And the flower is gladiola. And it represents strength of character and moral integrity. Okay. With the Empress. Now, the fact that the Nine of Cups is a very, this is going to make me happy kind of an energy. So there might need to be a balance here of, see, I was just saying this conversation is going to go in your favor, Pisces. The Nine of Cups can slip into brattish, I always get what I want kind of a energy. This is like, the Nine of Cups is just giving me a bit of like, it could be spoilt brat energy. If it's all about me, it's all about my desires. The fact that this came out and it was crossed by the Two of Pentacles, there is potentially the need to weigh up someone else's feelings or desires or requirements in some sort of situation, and that would elevate the situation into Empress energy. Basically, the Nine of Cups would not be Empress energy. How can I put it? The Nine of Cups is very self-indulgent, self-focused. The Empress is far more obviously high respect for herself, but also cares for those around her. She's very what is the word I'm reaching for in my brain? Nurturing, yes, but it's like there's a word for, oh my god, it's going to come back to me later. Philanthropic, thank you. Very philanthropic in kind of the way she considers other people's feelings. So there's some sort of, okay, so Pisces, what you've got is an offer coming towards you, or if you have been waiting to hear the decision on a new beginning, it's progress, it's momentum, it's movement, and it's going in your favor. It's what you wanted to hear. It's almost like with that Six of Wands, it's like someone telling you, you're right, let's do it your way, or yes, I choose you. You know, if it was like, if it was a job, you know, it's you getting the role. If it was in a relationship, you know, if it's two people deciding, do we buy a house here or do we buy a house there, and you had a preference, Pisces, then basically that person's going, okay, let's do it. Let's do your one. You win kind of thing. But there is a message here about there needs to be a little bit of balance so it doesn't go completely to your head and go into like this Nine of Cups, which can be a little bit selfish and spoilt, brattish kind of energy. But I don't think you're going to do that. It's just a message to come through to like keep it a little bit tempered. So let's find out more about what is this Ace of Pentacles, please, for Pisces. What is this Ace of Pentacles? So the Nine of Swords and the Seven of Swords in reverse. This could be someone was very worried about something that they had been a little bit secretive about, they hadn't been completely open and honest about, or they'd been strategic. Okay, this could even be you being worried because you're getting this offer, Pisces, but you've been strategic in some other area in terms of you've been keeping this hidden from other people, whether it's like work or friends or family or something, that you were even trying to make this new beginning happen. So you might be a little bit concerned that your strategy, this is giving me work. I think maybe it's because of the Pentacles as well, but this is like you've been going for a job offer elsewhere, you're hearing back from them that you are getting the job, but now you have to own up to the people that your current workplace that you applied elsewhere. And it's something like that. It's like a strategy. What is this Seven of Swords in reverse? The moon, as I was saying about revealing. Page of Cups came out on top of the Ace of Pentacles. Maybe it's just a... I mean, this is what's coming towards you next in love. Oof. What on earth? Hold on. Okay, I'm going to show you what's at the bottom of the deck, 'cause that's wild. What I was going to say is that in terms of revealing, it could also be you're concerned. You are... It's like a double-edged sword of you're really happy that you're actually getting the answer that you wanted, but it may leave you concerned because now you have to reveal your plan to those that didn't know what you were considering doing or who you were considering starting a relationship with, basically. Now, at the bottom of the deck, we have the World card. So that is the closure of one chapter, it's completion, it's things coming to a climax, and it's the beginning of a new chapter in your life. Very significant. Underneath the World card, we have the King of Pentacles, the Knight of Pentacles, the Ace of Swords, and then the Queen of Pentacles. Are you kidding me? I saw the Queen when I was shuffling and she was in completely different locations of the King. So they have made it to each other in this. I mean, this is literally, well, it's Earth energy. Yes, Capricorn, Virgo, Taurus. You could be, you could have that strongly in your chart, or you could have it, your person could. But it doesn't, you don't have to. This just talks about long-term commitment, intentions. This is the intention of doing something serious, of committing to each other seriously, of this is not let's just have fun, or, you know, this is like the intention is to live together, marry each other, have a family together, etc. Especially with the Knight of Pentacles. Again, there's been this kind of like waiting period to come forward with the Ace of Pentacles. You've been waiting to hear about this, Pisces. Four of Swords in reverse. Now, underneath the Queen of Pentacles is the Two of Cups. I mean, sorry, I should have shown that with the King and Queen because they are a true pair as well. So it's revealing the truth of an offer being made, an offer being accepted, that the fact that the two of you are going to be in a relationship and you are going to be moving this forward. And other people are going to have to find out and they're going to have to deal with that news. Underneath the Two of Cups, we have the Queen of Swords, Four of Pentacles, King of Swords. This is why I was like, oh my life, because it's another pair, another true pair, but the King and Queen of Swords are a very different energy to the King and Queen of Pentacles. So many people involved. There seems to be a lot of people involved, Pisces, because there's two people here who are more in like a sour energy. This could be that you have to reveal, or your person is going to have to reveal to their ex-partner that the two of you are now together, for example, because this is like a very like dejected, bitter, disappointed energy. It's very cold. It's very inconsiderate. It's all about withholding here as well with the Four of Pentacles. There's a lot of there's a little bit of a power struggle, I would say, potentially with someone involved here, where they were using some sort of disappointment or potential disappointment to kind of hold on to you or the person who, you know, wants to make you an offer here. It kind of like a guilt trip, basically. I wouldn't normally say that about King, Queen of Swords, and that might be more like a water energy in reverse, but this is what it's giving me. It's very like someone here feels like they've been wronged, or they're being it's kind of giving me even like a parent who said, no, I don't want you two to be together, or parents, because that is a couple with the King, Queen of Swords. So there's been whoever was in that Four of Swords in the upright before has also been holding back due to the kind of judgment of others, whether it was an ex or friends or family or something. But there's this need to balance to not be selfish, to not be so inconsiderate as to only think of yourself in your actions. And there's also a need to actually sometimes prioritize what you want for your life. So that's okay. Let's get you a couple of oracles for Pisces, please. What's coming towards them next in love? Pisces, thank you. Understanding, I see your side of the story came out in reverse with the moon and the Seven of Swords in reverse. So whoever you're worried about them finding out that you're having this new beginning, and it is what you want to happen. You are worried about them finding out, and there is this sense that they won't try and see it from your perspective. Why is that? Okay, it's something to do with your reputation, I would say, Pisces, or how you feel like people might twist what is happening in the public eye. Because the two cards that came out, secrets and gossip. These are the only two cards in this deck where you see one person kind of whispering into somebody else's ear. The gossip card says, I'm afraid of what other people will think, and secret says, I haven't told you everything. And obviously this is about the Seven of Swords in reverse. And, you know, what I've been saying with the tarot alone was that the what you've kind of had bubbling on in the background being revealed. At the bottom of the deck when those came out, it's ego. It's a potential that, I mean, you are worried about it with that Nine of Swords. You might, just all I would say is that people are going to talk whether you do, whatever you do with your life, whatever you do. Like if you, even if you completely martyr yourself and you live for the sake of somebody else, people are going to, if they want to talk shares about you, they will talk shares about you even if you are literally martyring yourself. So as that, to try and avoid anyone saying, oh, Pisces is so selfish. Oh, I can't believe Pisces did that, blah, blah, blah. But like, people will talk, you know, but this is such a, it could be with that Two of Pentacles as well, that you're actually, you're trying to make everybody happy. But it could be more of an element of also ego, that you don't want anyone to see you as a bad person for what you're choosing to do here. I think there's a need to potentially work on overcoming worrying about what other people might be saying. If that doesn't apply to you, then don't worry about it. But it's here for someone, because I picked up on it immediately with that Seven of Swords in reverse. This is like what you've been it's whatever has been brewing is about to start moving forward. And now comes the point where you have to reveal to other people that didn't know you had this brewing, that's what you had going on. Can you tell me anything else about what that is, the Ace of Pentacles? Obviously, it might be different for a lot of you, but what is it? Can you give me a general ballpark? Wow. Oh my gosh. Lift off, fast action, progression forward. I think I used those words with the Eight of Wands. And the wait is over. And then graduation day is at the bottom of the deck. Leveling up. I mean, talk about something coming to a climax. This is exactly what I was saying from the tarot. And you and a king, like, whether you're the King of Pentacles or you're coming through as the Queen of Pentacles, you've kind of been waiting to move this forward with each other, and it's about to start moving, and people are going to have to find out. Some people could be doing too much in terms of reacting to this coming out. From these cards, one of them is really rude, so I don't want to read it out. But one of them, let's just say, is receipts. evidence, guilty as charged, exposed. And then this one says doing too much, excessive on it. So it also says overindulgence on it. So again, it's like there are people, the ones that you're worrying about what they're saying, what they're gossiping, it might be that they're over egging it in terms of whatever you've got going on here with the Ace of Pentacles. It's like, for some of you, you could be, or you or this person could be relatively fresh out of another relationship. So that might be why there's cause for, you might be more worried about the gossip, because there could be a question of, were you guys interested with each other before one of you broke up with your respective now ex, if that makes sense? So there could be people talking about that. I mean, with the fact the Empress landed on that flower oracle card about moral integrity, was it? Strength of character and moral integrity. The quote, they all have a quote on them as well. It says, character cannot be developed in ease and quiet. Only through experiences of trial and suffering can the soul be strengthened, vision cleared, ambition inspired, and success achieved. So basically this could be a combination of, obviously you are getting what you want here, whatever you've been waiting to move forward on, to maybe even to make public, is about to start, is lift off here. But there's this element of the cards are kind of saying don't let bitter Bettys who have nothing to do with your business anyway ruin it for you by trying to sour it. Now, I said sour when I saw that King, Queen of Swords, because that's what I got. It's kind of like, it could be even people who aren't very happy in their own relationships, but they feel like they have cause to criticize you if you and someone else are getting together and making yourselves official, and one of you were recently fresh out. It's giving that they're going to be talking like, oh, was one of them, they were cheating before they actually broke up, you know what I mean? But this reading, Pisces, is all about balancing caring about others and also looking out for yourself. And if there is something that is very important for you that you want to move forward on, and people are trying to sour it by talking about you behind your back, there's also the need to kind of see that for what that is and not let it, like the Nine of Swords will sour anything. Like that will ruin a beautiful Ace of Pentacles, like beginning that you've been waiting for. The Nine of Swords will ruin it, basically, because it will turn into, what's the word? It will turn into, self-destructive kind of like manifestation of like, if you start thinking about you two shouldn't be together, or you've done such an awful thing, that will just turn into a reality of that new relationship, and it will end up not having the chance that it would have done if other people hadn't stuck their nose in. So that's what I've got for you. This is going to be a shorter one because this was supposed to be for your replacement for the mini readings for the All Signs video, but I do hope that it was useful, and thank you. I'm very grateful for my Pisces support. Please do hit the thumbs up button for me, subscribe to the channel if you'd like to, and if it did resonate at all, leave me a comment and let me know. I wish you all my very best, and I'll speak to you soon. Bye.